Hypixel Skyblock, a ruined economy, overpowered weapons, and sweats at every corner. If only we could escape all of this. Huh, that was weird. Wait, where's the hub portal? Well then. Oh no. Something's gotta change. So Hypixel's added a new mode to Skyblock called Stranded, where you can't leave your island. Many things are a lot harder to get, since public islands don't exist. This mission all started when I logged on one day and... Wait, where are our minions? Yup, one of my co-op members blew up a creeper next to the chest of all of our minions. Now here's something you need to know about me. I obsess over minions way too much, but for a good reason. On Stranded, minions give us many resources which we can't easily get ourselves. Everyone's denied that they blew the chest up, so it's still a mystery, but I wasn't gonna take any more chances. And how did this start my quest? Well, you'll see. My first plan of action was to put down oak minions to get medium storages, then get acacia collection to 25k, which unlocks the repelling candle, preventing mobs from spawning. After a whole 2 days of waiting, we finally got the 25k and put down the candle. Now, natural mobs didn't spawn. However, a new activity came up that made us realize how weak we actually were. You see, there isn't much to do on Stranded. I used to play a lot of dungeons, which is not something you can do. So one prominent thing came up that gave us something to do on our island. And no, it's not farming because farming sucks. Fishing. How the heck did fishing become a fun activity? I wasn't a fisher in the beginning, however that's the only thing my other two active co-op members did. But fishing meant sometimes fishing out mobs that had a lot more HP than us. Yes, we could just set our spawn location to a certain spot, but it was really annoying dying 50 times. I was going with a mage set at the time, but I decided if we didn't want to die so much, we would need to unlock Slayer to get healing items. My damage setup at the time consisted of only a spider hat, which is actually insane for the crit chance, and 3/4 lapis armor. I thought there was no chance I could do any slayers. Plus, Maddox can only be used at combat 15, which I was still pretty far away from. Meanwhile, I had only one goal. Get as many minion slots as I could. So enjoy almost 2 months of minion crafting in a few seconds. Is that not the most satisfying thing ever? Back to Slayer. It ended up my co-op member getting combat 15 before me somehow, but nevertheless we managed to spawn in Maddox. Now you know how you have to kill a certain type of mob and get a certain amount of XP to spawn the boss? Usually players kill crypt ghouls to get XP since they give more XP than normal zombies. Problem was, even though we got crypt ghouls on our island, which by the way had much more health than normal crypt ghouls, they gave the same amount of XP as your average 100 HP zombie. And yes, this has been fixed. After slowly killing the zombies from the minions, I prepared to fight my first Slayer boss in Stranded. So yeah, tier 1 revs literally only do 5 damage a second. We were going to try tier 2, but I remembered that in my early days of Skyblock, I was never able to kill a tier 2 rev. And so our genius plan was to have 2 mages and 1 tank to take on 1 boss. Now the only problem was getting enough zombie XP, which required over 200 zombie kills. Luckily, sometimes fishing could give you a Rider of the Deep or a Sea Walker, which both counted as zombie kills, but more XP. Here's how the Slayer went. So yeah, that was actually pretty funny, but it wasn't convenient and kind of overkill. At the time, it didn't really matter because we were already able to get the Wand of Healing, which heals a whole 60 HP every second, which is a crazy buff compared to the old 20 HP a second. But that wasn't enough for me. There's a helmet called the Zombie Heart that gives you double healing, which is insane. The only problem was that 1, its other stats were terrible, and 2, it was really expensive, costing tons of rotten flesh. My plan was to get the Rev minion at Zombie Slayer level 5, which produced tons of flesh. Only problem with that though was that it would take 1000 tier 1 Rev kills to get that much XP, which I was not going to do. And if you want to do the math, it would mean that I needed about 24,000 zombie kills. No thanks. However, at tier 3 revs, sometimes mini bosses will spawn, giving loads of XP and making spawning the boss a lot quicker. Only problem with that was that we would die almost instantly. Plus, it would be able to out-heal our damage by a long shot. How are we going to do this? Then out of nowhere, my co-op member came up with a genius idea.
Can we just suffocate the Slayer with like sand or gravel or something like that?
There's no way that's gonna work. I found that other people had already thought of that trick, but instead of using sand or gravel, they used the infinite dirt wand, which lets the player place 1 dirt for a coin. And wow, was it effective. I was able to instantly kill the tier 4 revs, or at least the dirt. Who knew dirt was so strong? After a few hours of killing zombies, I was finally able to get Revenant 5, which gave the Revenant minion. Boom! Voodoo doll recipe. Oh, and of course I had to upgrade it. Problem was we didn't have any super compactors. Now, up until this point, we didn't really worry about super compactors since we were just getting ores, which could be compacted into blocks with normal compactors. But for combat items, we needed super compactors to compact the materials into their enchanted form. At the time we got the Rev minion, we didn't have any super compactors, so we just put a budget hopper and let it sell items whenever it filled up. It ended up selling 40,000 items, which was a huge waste of efficiency. As a co-op, we decided it was time to get super compactors for every minion, which would eventually be 25 of them. Now the reason why we never had super compactors was because they took 71,000 cobblestone to make, which is stupid expensive. With a little bit of math, the amount of cobblestone we would need was equal to over 1.8 million. We could have done that with minions, but that would have taken ages. So instead, we made a cobblestone generator and began mining cobblestone. And as you can see, this was the only grind I did on this co-op. And yes, I still need to mine over 3 times as much as I already have. So this was going to be a long-term project. Oh, and by the way, we also needed redstone for the compactors, but that wasn't as much of an issue. We just put down redstone minions for like 5 days and got all the redstone we needed. Before we go on with the main goal of this video, we have to look at some other things that we did that were also very important. Let's start with pets. Since we were in a co-op, we decided to share our most important pets. These were the silverfish and rabbit pets, which gave more XP for mining and farming skills respectively. These pets were easier to craft, which led me to being stupid and forgetting that cat exists, letting you upgrade pet rarities. I got common. Rare? No, I want rare. Hold on. Frick, I got. Oh, wait. Hold on. Common, uncommon. It's gonna be rare. I hate this game. Yes! Yep, I learned from that one, and I just decided to upgrade the silverfish pet. Then for fishing, we got the dolphin pet from killing a certain amount of sea creatures, which gave faster fishing speed and higher sea creature chance. Oh, and this rock exists, I guess. The other important thing was farming. We decided to start with a pumpkin farm to later get farmer boots, helping us farm faster without potions. And finally, let's look at emeralds. In Stranded, villagers can actually trade many items for you, such as talismans and weapons. And if you're wondering why we haven't put down an emerald minion, well, look at this. Why isn't that freaking... What? That being said, we didn't do much in the way of trading that this time. And now, after so long, it's finally time to craft the crystallized heart. I never thought we would ever get this on a stranded island. There it is. How far we've come. Okay, time to test it out. Okay, here we go. So I'm taking damage, 120 HP. And well, you can't even hit me for some reason. Although it does take, actually no, 60 mana is not bad. I can just like keep spamming this for a while and it's not gonna kill me at all. Even though it's not very useful, the only thing that matters to me is that we finally have it. And it's absolutely beautiful. Skyblock is all about grinding, and that becomes even more apparent in Stranded without the auction house, bazaar, and the different islands to get resources from faster. There was still lots of things I didn't cover in this video, so if you guys ended up enjoying it, I might make a second video. Here's some bloopers for you. Thanks for watching.
Suffocate the slayers with like dirt or gravel or something. Did I just say dirt and gravel?
Yeah, you said dirty. Sand.
I'm correct.
Let's go. And no, we didn't. Oh! Don't kill me. Okay, we're good. Dude, why does this look like an old Thirtyvirus stream? Oh my god. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Okay.